Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Coming up here in just a couple of days time, we are going to see our next major update in Warzone and Modern Warfare 3, and that of course is Season 4 Reloaded. Now, even though the update is still a few days out, it's currently going to be dropping on the 26th, pending any delays or any issues going on there. We actually already have a bunch of confirmations for various changes coming with this update. Some gameplay changes, some bug fixes, other things to look out for, and so today we're essentially breaking down an early look at a lot of the patch notes that we're going to see on Wednesday morning. So first up here, we've got the Trello boards. We've got our multiplayer / zombies Trello and our Warzone Trello boards that detail a lot of the upcoming issues and different fixes and whatnot that they are investigating that'll ultimately be fixed. And we've actually got a handful of fixes that are scheduled here, so guaranteed to be in the patch notes with this next update. A few other things that they are investigating that more than likely will also end up on those patch notes as well, just considering usually the vast majority of the Trello is addressed whenever we do see a seasonal launch or a mid-season update, so on and so forth. So initially here on the multiplayer and zombies side of things, for global issues, they do have one guaranteed fix scheduled here, and that is for muzzle attachments not functioning on the Jack Jawbreaker kit. Now, if you actively watch the patch note videos here on the channel or some update previews, you probably know that this has been on the Trello several times, and it's actually been in official patch notes several times, but the fixes haven't worked, and they've recognized that, hey, we're aware that there were some bugs here, there were some glitches with this, so now they have yet another fix scheduled for this one that hopefully will fully resolve it, so you can use that Jack Jawbreaker kit and all the necessary attachments to make it competitive. And then over on the zombies side of things, we got a couple of things here. They do have a guaranteed fix scheduled for the Jack Decimator fire type being wrong after you pack-a-punch it, so just a quick fix for that so that it is firing the correct ammo. And then also the Jack Thumper 656 aftermarket part currently just straight up cannot be used in zombies. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the RGL 80 conversion kit is not the most practical thing by any means from an ammo standpoint, from an efficiency standpoint, but if you did want to jump in with it and mess around with it, you can't. So they're gonna make that accessible in zombies here as well. Then we jump over to the Warzone Trello board, and we've got a handful of other things here, and most of them, pretty much all of them, are currently under investigation. However, a lot of these have been on the Trello for several weeks at this point, which is likely an indicator that they've just been waiting for Season 4 Reloaded, because a lot of these fixes required a title update. So first up here, one that I get asked about still every day right now, the Find a Party issue. They first initially recognized this back on May 30th, and since then, really even before then, because it took them a day or so to recognize this issue, the Find a Party feature has not worked whatsoever. So they say that they are investigating an issue preventing players from finding a party when using that specific feature. Season 4 Reloaded should, keyword should, have a full fix for this out, and hopefully that feature returns to normal, and we can move on to a different thing that's going to be broken with this Season 4 Reloaded update. The Spy Drone contract also has not been active in Urzikstan for some time because there were some bugs going on with that, so that should be updated here shortly. And then also thermobaric grenades, we know they are completely removed from the game right now. You can still put them on your loadout, but then when you go to grab your loadout, it just turns into a frag grenade, I think it is most of the time. So those were completely disabled because they were being spammed. They thought, okay, they're a little bit too powerful in their current state, so it's possible that those do end up returning with Season 4 Reloaded. There are strange times, like I think on Rebirth, for instance, if you go to a weapon trade station, sometimes you can trade in a weapon and it'll actually drop you thermobarics, or some weird things like that can happen where they are still around here and there, but not fully functional in the game at the moment, but they will be returning at some point in the future. And then in the ranked play specific category here, they do say the explosive bolt on the crossbow, that was obviously nerfed a little while ago, but that was disabled in ranked play specifically. We're not sure if that is simply a weapon balancing thing, and then they'll just take this and move it into the resolved category, or if they're going to actually balance it even more specifically so that you can use it in ranked play if you wanted to. No exact clarification there, but something to look out for regardless. And then of course another major change that we have confirmed for season 4 Reloaded is actually a weapon balancing update in specific, and that's for the KAR98K. It's been the hottest topic since it dropped back at the launch of season 4, and I honestly don't think I've seen more of a 50-50 split in the communities once here, because every time we talk about this, it is 50% of people saying, thank goodness the car is getting nerfed. I can't believe how strong it is. It's the most annoying thing ever. And it's 50% saying, I can't believe they're already nerfing the car. And I'm sure you're already typing out your comments down below. But Sledgehammer did confirm KAR98K balance adjustments are coming in the season 4 Reloaded updates. They were initially referencing multiplayer there, but I imagine it's going to be balanced across the board. Because it is a marksman rifle, it technically has aim assist, and that's making it ridiculously powerful in like close to mid-range fights. I could see them removing that or potentially adjusting some damage and velocity values there, but the full details on that change will of course be in the patch notes on Wednesday morning, and as always I'll be covering those right as they happen, so stay tuned for that alongside everything else going on in COD by of course hitting that subscribe button. And if you enjoy this video while we're at it, do me a favor and drop a like on it. It is always really appreciated. Now, outside of some of the gameplay updates, bug fixes, things like that, we also have a handful of other guaranteed changes coming with Season 4 Reloaded here. A few mode updates in multiplayer in specific are a bit more interesting because they do have some pretty significant effects on gameplay here. So the first one is going to be the Havoc mode, and this is going to be similar to Team Deathmatch. However, the modifiers in this mode are actually crazy. So at random, all of these things could end up happening. Ammo feeder, where you auto reload whenever you get a kill. Low gravity, a third person mode. Sticky grenades get launched on a kill. You gain the cranked on kills. So when you get a kill, you get like the cranked movement and everything there. Equipment auto refills on kills. So you could like spam throwing knives or spam semtexes. An advanced UAV is always active, so everyone's gonna know where everyone's at on the mini map. You get a random gun when you end up getting a kill. Explosive landing, if you jump down from an elevated position, it turns into crossbows only with Molotov bolts. Every 3 kills gives you a random kill streak. Headshots can kill you with 1 bullet even in core. You launch a snapshot grenade on a kill, and then also a full reroll of all active modifiers, so you could have several of those active at one time. Gonna be a very crazy experience and chaotic experience there. We're also going to see the mutation mode, which is going to be like humans versus mutants, and everyone's gonna have certain abilities and certain power-ups like an increased lunge or a jump when you're like a mutant dog or stuff like that. Gonna be a really interesting twist on normal gameplay there too. On the Warzone side of things, an interesting gameplay update here we're going to see is the redacted weapons feature, which actually is the ability to find weapons that have 10 attachments on them this time around. Obviously right now, if you were to happen to find a polyatomic card, for instance, in game, you could trade that in. You'll get a weapon with 8 attachments, but these will indeed have 10. They say by the time you reach mid-season, you may be wishing for an impressive and rare weaponry to deal with enhanced threats across the battlefield. Fortunately, a number of redacted weapons, each found within a loot hot zone or a bunker, have been confirmed as ground loot to find. Gather these powerful weapons with up to 10 attachments and finish your foes with the firepower you need. So you'll be able to find these on Urzikstan, but then also the preview image for it shows it on Rebirth as well. So perhaps it'll be available across multiple maps in the ground loot or as like, you know, rewards for a polyatomic card or something like that. Then lastly here on the zombies side of things, the main gameplay update here is going to be the unstable rift, which when you enter that in game, it's going to almost act like mini round based zombies in a sense. You face waves of zombies that get increasingly harder over time, so it's like a place you can go in game within zombies to play another match of round based zombies. Kind of interesting. I'm curious to see how exactly it's going to play, but we do have that coming on the zombie side, and that's really the only significant update happening there. But across the board, this is of course just a sneak preview of some of the updates, some of the changes coming with Season 4 Reloaded. The full patch notes on Wednesday are going to include even more gameplay updates, even more bug fixes, weapon balancing things, other previews and reveals as well for the remainder of the season. So you definitely don't want to miss those. Like I said earlier, I'll be covering all the patch notes in full detail right as they drop. So be sure to stick it here for all of that by hitting that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and drop a like on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.